Hi, Dr. Baker. This is Lori Quiroga, and I am going to present on the role of personality assessments in employment decisions. Many employers utilize personality tests in the employment recruitment process to identify people who possess more than just the experience, knowledge, and abilities required to be successful in their job positions. Arthur, War, and Graziano, 2001, found that the workplace is filled with employees whose personalities are an incompatibility for the positions in which they hold. Psychology can measure personality and emotional intelligence, otherwise known as EQ, which can give hiring managers data to assist them in the selection process. Personality refers to an individual's unique collection of consistent behavioral traits and emotional intelligence, as comprised of the ability to recognize and communicate emotion, blend and adjust emotion in thought, comprehend and reason with emotion, and to control emotion. By using a specific approach in hiring, employers can increase their number of successful employees. The connection between personality and emotional intelligence to job performance is undeniable and persuasive. Although there is compelling evidence that cognitive measurement tools are reliable forecasters of job success, one significant belief is that they are not predictors, in that the human personality is a vital element related to job success. However, not all job recruiters are confident that assessing workers' intellectual skills and proficiencies is valuable. Levens, Highhouse, and DeCourt in 2005 criticized the $400 million a year testing industry, comparing personality tests to phrenology, a prevalent and disputed 19th century personality instrument that measured mental traits by examining the 27 bumps on a person's head. There is some argument in the industrial organizational, also known as IO, psychology field, as to whether or not personality assessments should be used in employee selection. Many IO psychologists believe that personality tests used for employment recruitment are not valid, and moreover can be faked. The earliest personality tests are dated at least to 1919, at the very beginning of IO psychology. In one article that reviewed 113 personality selection tool studies performed from 1919 to 1952, personality was found to be associated with job success at levels comparable to more recent studies. And this was found by Scroggins, Thomas, and Morris in 2008. For studies published from 1952 to 1963, Ott, O'Connell, Ramakrishnan, and Doverspike in 2007 concluded that one paper noted that the study suggested that personality had some predictive ability, but not at a level that would indicate personality should be used for employee recruitment. The same article concluded that there is no specific proof that personality measures can be suggested as good or pragmatic tools for employee selection. The very best that can be alleged is under some conditions and circumstances. For some objectives, some personality measures can propose moderately supportive projections. There is nothing, however, in the study to specify in advance which measure should be utilized in which condition or for which rationales. In conclusion, it can be determined that the validity of any personality measure must be expressly and proficiently established for the precise condition in which it is to be utilized, and for the exact reason or benchmark within the specific condition. Bott and others in 2007 established that it appears evident that the only adequate basis for using personality measures as implements of hiring decisions is found only after doing extensive research with the measure under the precise conditions and for the explicit intent for which it is to be used. A 2010 evaluation of scholarly literature determined parallels between personality and job achievement to fall in the 0.03 to 0.15 range, which Satori and Seshi in 2013 observed is literally almost zero. In other words, personality tests utilized in recruitment activities represent nearly 5% of an employee's job success and accomplishments, whereas the other 95% of their work performance is unaccounted for by their personalities. Additionally, the 0.15 correlation is practically indistinguishable from what was documented in the 1960s, denoting there has been no determinate transformation in the data for 50 years. One explanation for the rather minimal correlation values is that the information and statistics has not been deciphered correctly. A 2011 study by Sartori and Seshi, also in 2013, discovered confirmation of a curved association between personality characteristics and job performance, whereas all previous studies found an undeviating correlation. Such findings imply that for complex job positions, extremely high personality ratings may relate more significantly to definitive success by an employee in the workplace. As the name infers, emotional intelligence, also known as EQ, is not a personality characteristic, but a category of intelligence. Beginning in the 20th century, society regarded intelligence almost exclusively as a component of intelligence quotient, otherwise known as IQ tests. And this was found by ones Dilchert, Viswesvaran, and Judge in 2007. IQ tests have the benefit of being very consistent and reliable, but they are inadequate in that they gauge conceptual logic and verbal articulacy, as was found by ones and others in 2007. In 1990, Salovey and Meyer offered an additional intelligence, known as emotional intelligence. They described emotional intelligence as consisting of 4 elements. First, individuals should be able to correctly distinguish between emotions in themselves and others, and also possess the capability of articulating their own emotions effectively. Second, people should be cognizant of how their emotions influence their reasoning, choices, and coping mechanisms. Third, people need to be able to comprehend and scrutinize their emotions, which may oftentimes be complicated and conflicting. Fourth, people must be able to control their emotions so that they can reduce negative emotions and make efficient use of positive emotions. This was found by Salovey and Meyer in 1990. When hiring managers were asked why emotional intelligence is of greater importance than high IQ, they responded that employees with high EQ, in order of importance, are more likely to stay calm under pressure, know how to resolve conflict effectively, are empathetic to their team members and react appropriately, lead by example, and tend to make more thoughtful business decisions. This was found by Calvasina and Calvasina in 2016. When the same hiring managers were invited to identify distinctive behaviors and traits that reveal EQ, they answered that employees who display high EQ acknowledge and learn from their mistakes, can keep their emotions under control, and have thoughtful conversations about difficult issues, listen as much or more than they speak, take criticism without becoming defensive, and demonstrate self-control when under pressure.